Thank you so much, sir. Last but not the least, now it's time for our Ramu sir to please share a bit about Dhahanam.
See, everyone knows my I kind of love crime dramas. Okay, and in fact, someone suggested that if you didn't become a director, you'll probably become a criminal. But that's not true because see, I think I consider myself a naturalist who studies criminals so that to adapt them to a story of a certain thing. So I think the greatness about a series compared to a film is the series will give you a longer time to explore the characters and explore the story in terms of its progression, in terms of it makes it much more realistic, the experience, instead of having a 2 hour structure of a feature film. That's what excited me. So when I first narrated the story of Dhahanam to MX, the creative heads, so Karan and Mansi Shivas and Parag, obviously they were excited. I mean, though it is kind of based loosely on events and things which happened at various times, but eventually revenge stories at the end of the day more or less will have a same trajectory. The characters will change, the regions will change, and probably the incidents will change. But more or less the soul or the backbone, I think, would be intact, which is what... So Dhahanam, I would like to believe, is probably first of its kind in terms of telling a story of revenge. I mean, it is about crime, no doubt. But crime is a legal word, you know. But many times crime can come out of a certain moral and a kind of an unjust, because if you're fighting the establishment, it's called a crime, you know. But if the fighting against the establishment is for a just cause, so there the line gets blurred, whether it's a crime or a necessity or a fight for something what you believe in, you know. So to that extent, I think all the characters in Dhahanam are very grey in their nature. So you really can't say who's bad and who's good, because all of them have their own very valid reasons, which is what I think realistic film should be about. The script or the director or the writer cannot take sides with the characters, calling someone good or someone bad. That's my whole point. So now coming to the actors, literally, so obviously because of the COVID situations, lots of times things had to change in the last minute because of availability and some shutdowns happening of various places where the shooting was intended to take place. But see, I have an excellent tuning with Manju, because Manju and we've been working with each other for a very long time. So he's got a certain uncanny sense of understanding what exactly I want, and many times he probably does something else, what I didn't think, but invariably it will be better. So I thought for a series like Dhahanam, he's the most perfect choice because he knows the region where the shoot took place very well, because he belongs to that, and about the locations or about the body language and the ambience which is required for a film, for a series like this to be created. And on that tuning, I remember first when there was a certain time when he sent me, Abhishek, 7 or 8 pictures on WhatsApp as a possible choice for the role of what he's playing. And I just saw the first picture and I sent a message taken. You know, I didn't even see the other 7 pictures. You know, because the point is you will see in one picture what is supposed to be seen. It's not like you have to have a huge this thing. And he's done a fantastic job, like you can already see a sense of that in the trailer. And Abhilash, I believe, is one of the most strongest screen presence I've seen on screen, apart from what else we worked with him, and also the pictures he normally takes, and when I first got them from a casting director, and and he looks really menacing on screen, and in real life he's such a sweetheart, so I don't know whether he acts and he keeps that hidden. So you can't look like the villain like that and you be so nice in real life. So there is some problem there. I think I don't know who the real guy is, you know. And coming to Naina, she's so versatile. I mean, she can just change her look and her performance almost like a chameleon in terms of, yeah, I can do a double take thinking, is she the same girl who's in that film and this film? So they look like completely different people, yeah. And, but like Abhishek mentioned, so they went through a grueling time. There was Manju or Naina, all the other actors, Abhishek, Abhilash, shooting in the heat and constantly going through the COVID protocols because it needed a lot of crowds and very unsafe atmosphere, but we were compelled to shoot it in a certain that time period. Yeah, and I want to thank all of you and for what you have done, and I want to thank MXPlayer because. They had the vision and the sensibility to understand the creative potential and the potential of making a series like this in the thing. So I think the collaboration with the MX team, I really treasure that, and I would like to continue as much as we both can to do more interesting projects in the future. So I just want to sum up Dhahanam in just one line. Where violence ends, Dhahanam begins. So this for me is a line in terms of, I mean, an upper limit of violence, but not just for the sake of violence, but it's coming from a very, very strong emotional backup. Thank you.